Can you guys hear me? Hello, everyone. I hope you guys can hear me. I can't tell yet, so just give me that thumbs up. Hello. I think I'm live. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm on loud. Yay! Hi, Carol. All right, let's see. You gotta lower your volume. Okay, I have a helper in the room with me because last time you guys were throwing so many questions at me, I couldn't keep up with it. Let's see. Well, thank you, Ashley. Greetings, everyone. Thank you for coming in and joining me today. This is so awesome. Thank you so much, the Limitless Babe. Hearts to you back. Lots of love. Will my Virgo twin flame ever get the courage to come over his abandonment issues and exclusively commit to me and our relationship? I'm assuming that youth is an issue here. DM. Thank you, Emily. Are we going to get started now? Where do I need to put my focus for the next 6 months? Do you really want to know? I'll tell you, on you. You need to put your focus on you and your happiness. You need to put your focus on the things that you want to create in your own life. Stop being so consumed with what you see around you and just keep focusing on how you want things to play out. The energies right now are all backwards. We have a lot of planets in retrograde, you guys. We have Mercury, planet of communication. We have Jupiter in retrograde. We have Uranus in retrograde. You know, that's Uranus. We have Chiron, the wounded healer, in retrograde. If you guys just watch the Stars and Cards Lounge, you would learn about all of this. But let's go ahead and keep going here. Aries here. Will I get my promotion sometime soon? How long have you been asking for your promotion? So wait a second. Medina, hi Lena, I've been going through a lot lately and going through a really hard time and can use some clarity and direction. Let me work on Medina right now. So Medina, we're gonna just go one-on-one. I'll try to get to everybody as soon as I can. I do have someone in here writing questions down for me. Medina, what kind of clarity are you looking for? You have to give me some type of direction. Are you looking for clarity and are you on the right path? Are you looking for clarity and you've been feeling out of sorts with yourself? Let's just see what the cards want to say. I'd like to know what sign you are. Oh, wait a minute. The 9 of Pentacles flew out. So Medina, this is really about self-achievement and mastery. And, you know, we have to really keep putting the work into things. And, you know, everything in life is about work until we feel like we've achieved something with ourselves. You know, this is what the card flew out. And I feel Source is trying to tell me to tell you, if there's something you want more of, find, you know, that energy of knowledge and just keep putting the work in it. No matter what you want in life, it's really about mastery and feeling whole. And we won't become a place of achievement until we keep putting the work into what we want. Maybe this is what's missing in your life. You know, maybe you feel out of sorts with certain things in your life because you're not on your own path of what you want to achieve for you. And what can happen is it can make us feel out of sorts with everything. Okay, here comes the questions. Keep seeing, what is that, 223? 273. 273, 2 and 10 is 12. Maybe there's a part of your life that's coming to a closure. And I just feel that by closure, I mean, maybe there's a part of yourself that you're not seeing for what it is because there's something around you that is trying to show you a new way about you. And this is is this, can you, Natcube, what is that?
Matt, M-A-T.
Oh, Matt. Oh, let's see. Okay, I got the Hermit, Judgment, Justice. The Hermit, and this is what I want to say to Matt, this is about our inner light and joy through our own spiritual growth and finding a place of reflection from the things in our life that we've been through, Matt, that have made us a bigger and better person. And then I have Justice, and this is about doing what is right in your own life to balance your own scales. We don't get into an energy of fighting for what is right until we start to look at the things we've been through that hasn't been serving us so we can birth new beginnings. The Hermit is here. This is about your own inner light, enjoy through your own spiritual growth. But this is telling me that you have the answers inside of you about certain things in your life that it's now time to release in order for you to birth new beginnings. But Justice is saying, hey, as long as you do what is right for you, as long as you fight for what is right for you, the rulings from the universe will always be made in your favor. Don't give up, but let go of the things in your life that aren't serving you anymore, whatever that may be. Boy, you guys are just lovely. Look at all these beautiful people in here. Aw, thank you. You guys are just so nice. Okay, my next question. Moving to Dubai. I can't read my helper's writing. You have to excuse me, it's scribble. Moving to Dubai also, what? You want to meet a life partner. Well, there's a reason why you want to move to Dubai. Maybe your life partner is waiting there for you. Whenever we have a feeling of going somewhere or the sense of knowing that we have to move somewhere, there's always something there waiting for us. Maybe where you're at right now, you're not going to meet the person that you want. Is that Joseph? Yes. We have to follow our instincts. We have to follow our drive, because every time we do that, it takes us to our next lily pad. You will find your life partner. You will find the person that you're looking for, and they will find you when the timing is right. Meaning, I don't know what type of love you've been asking for. I don't know what you want in your life. But if you keep putting the work into raising your own vibration, you're going to attract that higher vibration towards you. Yes, you will meet your life partner in the next 3 years. Meaning, it could happen anytime. Let's see. Thank you. You're welcome, Joseph. Aries here. Will my Virgo overcome his advantage? Okay. How old is your Aries? Are we talking 20s, 30s? I need to know. Let's see. Roxanna. That's a pretty name, Roxanne. Roxanne. Let's see. I'm an Aquarius rising and Aries sun. Can you pull a card for me for love energy for the rest of November? I would be more than happy to do that for you, Roxanne. One card is all we need, and that will tell me all I need. Now, remember, you guys, we're in a retrograde, and things are backwards right now. And we have to go really slow and learn that everything has timing right now. Okay, one card. One card. Hold on to what you feel you deserve. I got quite a few cards. Stop feeling like nothing will ever happen, because the Five of Pentacles is self-fulfilling prophecies, and I have it with the Queen of Earth. There is something at a distance coming towards you. It looks like there may be a few people coming your way to connect with you. The Moon and the Four of Cups. Stop having any self-doubt about something in your own life that can never happen. And I feel sources telling me if there's things that have been said to you that demean you in some way, or your own self-negative way of looking at something, maybe it's time for you to put that behind you. I feel that November is going to be a great month for you if you're open to it with your heart, meaning no blockages. Hi, Annie. Capricorn. Okay, I got to read these questions. Hold on a second. You guys, I have like 10 questions. I have my little person here. Claire Burrow. Give me heads up on love. Been working on myself. Oh, I'll give you heads up on love. When you start working on yourself and you start putting all the love into yourself and creating the best version of yourself, you will attract love. I would say February 2026 without even looking at the cards. Now, I know I gave some predictions in my last reading, and a lot of my subs that I gave predictions to said, you said exactly what happened had happened. So if I tell you February 2026, something beautiful is in the works for you. What would you like to tell Claire? Thank you. Looks like you might meet a Taurus. Anything else for Claire? Or an Aries? Well, this is what I would say to Claire. Stop holding on to anything that has hurt you. And with the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords, it's like have a new outlook on something in your life and know that there's something around you right now, Claire, to push you forward. There's sometimes we don't even realize it, but there's old emotional baggage that we're still hanging on to because you have it with the Hanging Man. I feel sources telling me there's a lot of potentials headed your way. I do really feel, Claire, that February is going to be a very big month for you. I feel you have two people coming towards you. You have a King of Pentacles type, which is Taurus, and then you have a beautiful Aries, the Emperor. And maybe both. It may be somebody that you work with that's in a very authoritative energy. Maybe they have their own business. Maybe they have their own company. But whoever's coming towards you, it's going to be very powerful. And then the next card was the Ten of Cups with the star. Don't lose hope and faith. Something beautiful is in the works for you. You know what? When we start to believe it's right around the corner, the universe makes it happen. Oh, who am I going with next? Okay, got that one. Laura, 8384. On-off relationship with twin flame. After 17 years, is it time to leave? Okay, Laura, here we go. Are you ready? How I feel about twin flames? Very rare. As a matter of fact, I think it's 1% of the population. I know it feels like a twin flame. I know that connection is like, it's just like it almost rips your whole insides out because it's a karmic tie. Now, if it's on again and off again, it's maybe time for you to ask yourself, and I'm not here to make, because I have been through my struggles in love, you guys. My whole life has been relationships. 17 years. So you've given this relationship 17 years of your life, and they haven't given you what you deserve or what you wanted, I take it. All right. You want to know if it's time to leave. Only you can answer that. This is what I tell people. If you keep putting up with something in your life that is not fulfilling you, and even though it's going to hurt to leave it because you feel it is a part of your life, because it is a part of your life, it was meant for you two to be together for a certain time to learn valuable lessons about yourself. But if you keep staying in an in and out relationship, or somebody who is in another relationship and who can't give you the full commitment that you deserve, maybe you need to cut your tie, deal with your heartache, get over the pain, and keep moving forward. And you have no idea the door that you will open for your own future. I know it's going to feel like, how can I go on? How can I move on? But believe me, trust me on this, because I've done it. You just don't know what's waiting in the wings for you. But we have to have the courage to pick ourselves up and know what you deserve and what you want, and how much pain and suffering we do is always entirely up to us, because we are free spirits. We have free will. So I'm going to get one card from Source, and I'm just going to see what they have to say to you today. The Hierophant. Do you know what the Hierophant is? It's about commitment. And Source is saying to you that if you want more in life, then you need to hold out for what you want in life and learn to raise your own vibration, because this is the card of marriage and commitment and loyalty. But we cannot get it until we hold out for what we truly want and feel we deserve in life. That's all I need to say on that one. Okay. Annie wants to know what's coming up for her in love. Will Billy and I reconcile, Claudia, and help me with financial, please? Okay. Let's start with Annie. What's coming up for me in love? Quando. When? I had that song in my head all the time. It's really like I would sing it in certain readings, especially Virgos. But that song is all about when, and I just feel Source is saying that we don't know when, but you know when, because you need to keep moving yourself forward and attract what you truly want in life. I cannot express enough. You guys all have the ability to attract whatever you want. But let's see what they want to say to Annie. What would you like to say to Annie about love? I would just like a few cards, please. What else do you want to say to Annie? Oh boy, Annie. They're giving you a novel. Here we go. A few more cards, please. Okay. So the Three of Swords flew out sideways. The Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. Over to my left is the Star in reverse. The Star in reverse is saying that, you know what? We have to find our place of our own hope and faith, because if we don't, how can anything ever come into fruition? If we stay in an energy of thinking that nothing will ever happen and it's a place of discouragement or a place of pain, sources tell me, why not be open to something and feel like something beautiful is coming your way? And this is when we shall receive. This is about putting work into something. Can you guys see this? Wait, this way. So the Seven of Pentacles is saying, how about if you start putting the work into something that you want to invest into so you can see the fruits from your labor tomorrow? And I just feel source is saying, if you want love and you want to attract love, what makes you think you can't have love? And I feel source is telling me that you will find love in 2026 within the next 7 months after. So I got 2 sevens. So 7 is July, and I just feel source is saying that as long as you keep nurturing what you truly want and just keep putting out there what you want and putting the work into becoming the best version of yourself, you will attract what you truly want in life. Love. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, love will find you. Okay. Who's next? Give me heads up on love. Been working. I already talked about that one. Help me with financial, please. Okay, no problem. J3982, you want financial help. I get it. I know. The world is chaotic. The world is in dire need of help right now in all situations of life. Okay, what do you want to say to Jay today, please? Oh, I like that card. What would you like to say to Jay about financial advice? Anything else? Yeah. Okay, I know you guys want to see the cards, so I'll try to get you over here. So here we are. The first card is the Wheel of Fortune, Jay. Four of Pentacles, blocked energy, an Ace of Wands. I'm going to read it to you. And then a Page of Cups. So this is what I would say to you. That change is in the works, but this is, where am I going to go? So let's go with the Wheel of Fortune. You know what the Wheel of Fortune is? It's luck and right timing. But until we learn to let go and stop holding on to, okay, you know what this card is, and I don't mean to demean you or put you down, but the Four of Pentacles is stinginess or holding on to the money that we do have because we're so worried that how am I going to even make it? This is what Source wants to say to you, that there's something around you right now, Jay, that is trying to inspire you to do something new with your own creativity, because the Page of Cups is young, creative energy. And I feel sources tell me, why not start to nurture something new in your life that you may be dreaming about or thinking about? You know, I hate to say this to everybody, but the world is going towards social media. A lot of people are afraid to go in front of the camera. There are some good jobs out there, but the economy is really turning on everybody. AI is the future, people, whether you want to admit it or not. We have to start realizing that maybe there's something that you have around you, Jay, that a lot of people can learn from. You know, I watch cooking shows, makeup tutorials on YouTube. I watch podcasts. I watch people making something with their craft, whether it be mosaic, music. I watch a lot of musicians on YouTube, and these people are making a heck of a living from it. Just food for thought there. Okay, who's next? Canada, Moon River, Libra. So will I find a job? Oh, thank you, Claire. Thank you so much. I got so many things flying by here, but my little helper over here is helping me. She is a little helper. Okay, Canada, Moon River, Libra. So will I find a job? Of course you're going to find a job. Okay, you guys probably want to hear the questions. I'll read them to you. DM wrote, Aries 33, my Virgo 43 has abandonment issues. Okay. So he doesn't want to leave his marriage. So he wants his cake and eat it too. Because I was in a relationship like that a long time ago too. You know what the worst part of that relationship was? And I'm going to tell you. The worst part of the relationship was, I'm just going to be upfront and very transparent with everybody. You know, my whole birth chart, you got my birth date, you guys, for those of you who don't know, I was born 2/2/62 at 2:22 a.m. I had regressions done. I had life charts done. I had numerology done. My life lessons has been in relationships. What I learned about seeing someone who's married and not willing to leave that relationship is that they're not going to leave the relationship because they're in a secure position. But the worst part of seeing someone that is married or in another relationship, even though you love them and it feels so right and it feels so good, is that when they leave you after that moment or whatever, you're holding the empty basket and they're going home to something else. The hardest trial for me was to learn that, wait a minute, I deserve more. I went through the heartache. I went through the pain. I went through the anger, and I finally healed myself. And I attracted something beautiful in my life, the love of my life, and I can't even express, and they came into my life organically. So, they're not going to leave their relationship. They have abandonment issues. Well, what they're doing to you is they're making you feel like you're abandoned. You guys know I'm a straight shooter. I have 7 placements of Aquarius. I'm not going to fluff this up for you. I'm telling you like it is. I know love hurts, but love is the greatest teacher of all. It teaches us about us and being open to pure love. Unfairly accused, dumped, will it be resolved? Of course, you were accused, unfairly accused and dumped. Will it be resolved? Huh? Let me explain to you about when somebody dumps you and they do horrible things to you. I'm going to talk to all of you about karmic justice. And I know a lot of you are like, when? Let me tell you something, what I've seen in my life. The people that have done me wrong and done others wrong, and they just thought they got away with everything. I saw shit go down in these people's lives years later, and I would not want to walk even an inch in their shoes. Because when karmic justice comes back at them, it comes back ugly. You fight for what is right. Don't do it out of vengeance, because they never go after anything with vengeance. But you fight for what is right for you. What do you want to say? See, there it is right there. You guys ready? The 2 cards that flew out. The Queen of Pentacles and the Fortune's Wheel. This is what Source wants to say to you today. Is that Patrice? Doesn't matter. Patricia? Source is saying that as long as you hold on to what you feel you've worked for. My camera's backwards. You guys, the Queen of Earth. Grounded, nurturing. You can straighten your crown out now and hold out for what you want. But it's also a very evolved energy because it's a queen. Source is saying as long as you hold on to what you feel you deserve and you stay grounded and you nurture that pentacle, meaning your money, your stability, something beautiful will work out in divine timing. I would say, yes, you're going to win. Where am I? Okay. So how do I say that name? Miat Denise gave, oh, thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. Met 6 years ago, felt right. You met someone 6 years ago and it felt right. Can you tell how he feels about me and where this can go? With pleasure. That's the greatest thing, is when it feels so right. And you know what the weird thing is? That sometimes it takes so long for it to come together, because while you two are talking or knowing or wherever apart, you both are growing. So something beautiful can come together in the future. But let's see what the Source wants to say today. Thank you. What would you like to say to me, Denise, please? Will this union come together? Anything else? 10 of Pentacles. So that's about money, structure, stability. But let me see what they have to say. 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles, and the Hanging Man. I would say that this union will come together in due time. But I feel Source is telling me that everything good in life takes time, and that whatever you may be feeling for this person was pure. I feel that whoever you're dealing with has to leave some old emotional ties behind before they can move themselves forward. I feel that right now, Source is saying, focus your energies on you and know that this is meant to be for you. It will find its way back to you. And isn't that the law of life? I feel Source is saying, as long as you keep moving yourself forward in the right direction and learn patience and stop allowing yourself to go in a negative direction with it, it will find its way back together. You know, it could be a little while. I'm not going to say it's going to be in 6 months, but you know what? This is what life does, you guys. Things come our way. And, you know, there was somebody from my past. I left when I was 23 and we reunited 25 years later. And it's so weird because we both lived in separate states, but we found each other because we both lived in the same state. That is how the world works. Did the relationship last? 2 years. But other than that, you know, I never forgot him. And I knew that one day we would be together. But he had a lot of growing to do, and I had a lot of growing to do. And we found each other 20-something years later. Isn't that odd? That's how life works. But we have to keep moving on with our own life because we still have to learn lessons about us. Who's next? Am I answering all these questions? I hope so. Leo's wants to move back to Africa. Family commitment. Will I ever live my life fully in Europe? So your Leo wants to go back to. He's a Leo. You're a Leo, and you want to move back to Africa because you have family commitments. Will I ever live my life fully in the UK? Okay, you know what? I love family, and family is so important. And sometimes we have to honor, especially our parents when they need us, you know, or siblings. And I just feel that if it's real and it's something that you truly want, go take care of what you need to take care of with your family. And if you want to move to the UK, give it at least a year. Give yourself a year, and then you can go forward with your life. But take care of what you need to take care of, or you'll have regrets in the future about it. So I feel Source is just saying, you know what? Honor your family, honor what you need to do, and then a door will open and you can move forward. And how do I know? Because I feel it, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to pull cards too. How's that? You know, sometimes in life we have to go through things to show us that there's a reason why we have to honor something. And I just kind of feel like Source is saying, go honor what you need to honor, and something beautiful will happen for you in the future. But here, I'm going to let you see what Source wants to say to you today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Any other messages for my beautiful Leo? Thank you. King of Pentacles, and something at a distance, and stay in your integrity about it. You know, the King of Swords is the visionary, but it's also the king that won't sway, and it's a very honorable king of integrity. The King of Pentacles is telling me, as long as you plan for your future, as long as you use your resources wisely, but you need to handle something at a distance. If you don't handle it at a distance, you'll always feel like there's a part of your life that you should have taken care of. I feel Source is saying that you must go to where you need to go to handle certain situations in your life that are becoming some type of conflict in their life. Like it's your mission to do this. Stop being at a crossroads about what is right, Leo, because you know what is right. And Source is telling me, as long as you take care of a situation in the right and honorable way, there'll be a new path open for you to move forward with what you want in your own life. Who's next? Let's see. I can't read her scribble. She don't have writing. She has scribble. I better get her a crayon next time she writes these questions down for me. Can you say that name for me, please? She can't even read it.
Just medium. Go medium 185.
Medium 185. Can't find job. Been in toxic relationships. Will I find true love? You'll find true love. Absolutely. I wish you guys would stop saying, can I find true love? Okay, can't find a job. And you can't find true love. And you can't find, are you even in the right path? It's like, you feel like all the doors are closed. Well, right now the doors are closed, you guys. It's a retrograde. But it's not going to last forever. Only a few weeks. This is what I want to say to you. I just feel like, sometimes we just have to keep putting the work into something, even though we don't see our clarity on it. Do you know why Jupiter is in retrograde right now? I'm going to have a heart to heart before I pull cards on that question. Because everybody out there who's been putting the work into something and who's been really dedicated and trying to make things work, they're not consumed with how it's going to play out, but they're staying dedicated. I'm like, I'm going to find a job. I'm going to find love. I'm just going to keep putting the work into it. I know it'll work out. When Jupiter goes direct, all those people who have been putting the work into something, watch how everything starts to align. Just saying. Okay, messages. What would you like to thank you. That's all I need. Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Six of Pentacles, and yes, the Knight of Wands. This is what Source wants to say today, and I'm going to relay the message to you. The determination. You see this Knight? It's fast. It's full of fire. Just because it hits a few roadblocks, it doesn't give up. Six of Coins, be open to receive. Can you imagine if we were always open to receive and giving with an open and beautiful heart and being open to receive? There's a lot of new things around you that are trying to align, but the Ace of Wands is telling me to tell you, if you're getting some new inspiration, some new downloads to do something new in your life, follow it. You know what? We get so consumed with a certain thing in our life that we've been doing for so many years. And then as soon as we lose our job or we try to find a job in the same department, and even though we're getting downloads to do something new, we're not honoring those downloads because we think we have to go on that same path. How do you think I ended up on YouTube? You guys know I used to work at Caesar's Palace for 23 years. And then I had a dream and I did tarot and everybody kept saying I should go on YouTube. I went on YouTube because I love reading tarot and all my friends kept pushing me to do it. Not because I ever thought I was going to be a success and make a living from it. That was never my intentions. I followed my love. I followed my dream and everything just landed. Does that make any sense? We all have these new inspirations to do something. And when we start to follow them, we start to have that passion. Maybe you should write a book. Maybe you've been having some intentions about opening up a cooking show on YouTube because you love to cook. Maybe you are a great artist. You do things at home. You guys, the whole world is going towards social media, YouTube. You know that more people are going to be on YouTube watching it than cable TV? That's where it's going. People like to watch other people doing things. I do it. How do you think I learned to put on my makeup? I watch YouTube tutorials for older skin, and this is, I'm constantly on YouTube. I don't even watch that much of other stuff because I'm watching other channels and teaching me something about me, how to put yourself asleep naturally, how to do this in art, how to redecorate. We all have a gift. Oh my God. She's preaching. I can't read this. Legend Derby.
Learn Derby 1998.
What does that say?
Career change. What's next for me in the next 12 months?
Okay, Legend Derby 1998. All right, I'll just let the cards fly out. Career change in the next 12 months. I say, ew. I'm waiting for the Fool to pop out. Career change. Oh my goodness. Anything else? Oh my gosh, what beautiful cards. Legend Derby 1998. This is what the cards you've gotten, and this is what Source wants to say. Okay, I hope you can see all this. I have transformation sideways. I have the Six of Wands sideways, but here it comes, a golden opportunity. Okay, but what this means is maybe there's a part of yourself that you need to transform and really be in an energy of knowing you will be in a place of having a victory. You know what? This is the card of knowing that I'm going to go after it. I'm going to the glory light. But transformation is saying maybe we need to look at ourselves first. Maybe there's a part of you that you need to change, because there's a golden opportunity waiting for you. Queen of Fire. You know what the Queen of Fire is telling me to tell you? Use your charisma, use charm. You guys, when you walk into work or wherever you go in life, You know, whenever I walk into any environment, whatever energy I'm in, whether it's sadness, a bad mood, having a rough day, negative people, before I walk in any door, I envision myself in a white light, take a deep breath, throw out all the ugly energy, walk in the door and say, "Hi, everyone. How you guys doing? Hope you're having a great day." And you know what comes my way? More beautiful stuff. And the last card they gave me is, there's something in your life that is now coming to a closure. But the world is telling me that there's a lot of things about you right now that you're learning, because the world is telling me there's a cycle in your life that is getting ready to change. So I would say in the next 12 months, expect a big change, and remember your essence every day and how you treat yourself and other people, because this is a very beautiful energy. It attracts all the right people. And I feel Source is saying, use your charisma, use your charm. Remember to keep your energy light, and, just because this energy attracts all the right people, and Source is saying, and a golden opportunity will be offered to you. Oh, bring on the new chapters. So, all right, who do we have next? Natalie. Thank you so much. That was so sweet. How does Kim feel about me? Well, if she doesn't love you, she's nuts. I'm very generous. How does Kim feel about Natalie? Find out right now. How does Kim feel about Natalie? I'm going to do some shuffling. How does Kim feel about Natalie? Let's get underneath the cloak that they wear, right? Let's see what's really there. Okay, here we go. How does Kim feel about Natalie? Thank you. What would you like to show me, please? How does Kim feel about Natalie? Oh, look at these cards. Page of Wands, Nine of Cups, and Two of Wands. They're very hesitant about taking a bold step forward towards you, but they feel this love connection. Here we go. Seven of Pentacles. I have the Star, and somebody who is this is what I'm going to say, okay? Natalie, whoever you're dealing with, has a hard time breaking a boundary with themselves, but they feel something here. The Nine of Pentacles. They're overthinking everything right now. You guys, the Eight of Swords is just really what we do to ourselves from fear. We put ourselves in this place of thinking the worst. This person is really consumed with their appearance about things, meaning they want everyone to look like they're in a pristine energy of just, they're fighting something here. King of Pentacles, and the last card is the Chariot. So that's beautiful Cancerian energy with Taurus. But this card and this card together is telling me whoever you're dealing with right now, because if they're a Cancerian, they're very in and out, and they're going to protect their heart. Now, I don't know, their other placements could be Cancer, but I feel Source is saying this person has big feelings for you, but they're consumed with what people think about them. They're consumed with how people look at them. They're consumed with how they don't want to look like they're over emotional. If I was a tarot reader giving you a reading, I would say keep putting the energy into what you want. Keep nurturing something here as a friend and let it flourish naturally. They got feelings for you. They're just hiding them. They don't know how to deal with them. The game of love. But don't jump in like, just a little bit at a time. They'll break. That's how my spouse got me. All right, who's next? I'm so sorry. Okay, what is this? Thank you, Faith. I'm Taurus woman. I would love a healthy relationship. Yeah. You deserve a healthy relationship. I'm going to use a different deck. I'm going to say that you're a Taurus woman, and, you're all about staying grounded and beauty and love and abundance. But here's the issue. And when you love hard. And I would say that if it's somebody you truly want to meet and you truly want to find the right connection, just keep being who you are and it will find you. But I'm going to see what they have to say to you today. Faith, thank you. What would you like to say to my beautiful Faith? See, this is beautiful. Messages for Faith about finding true love. What would you like to say, please? Anything else? Perfect. All right, Faith, I'm going to just shoot the beans. Okay, here we go. These are the 3 cards. I'm going to tell you what they have to say because this is actually Taurus energy right here. Wait, I'm on my computer, so it's so backwards. So this is Taurus energy, but this is holding on too tightly to something. You know, we all have because I'm an Aquarius, 7 of Swords is my icky card. So this is just blocking our own energy. And sometimes we can hold on to something so badly that we want that it blocks everything. And then I have the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. And I feel Source is saying that there's things in your life that you got to let go of. You know, stop thinking the worst of a situation. Stop thinking that you will never find love, because here comes your other messages. I have transformation. I have you right here, the King of Earth. I have the Knight of Earth, more Taurus energy. And then they gave me gateways are open for your own happiness. That's telling me that something is coming near you. I would say around April. But this is what I want to say to you, that everything is about you moving towards what you want with your own energy. Like, you know, when you get in an energy of knowing that I'm going to get what I want, I know I'm going to get what I want, and I know it's going to come to me. Instead of holding on to, oh, it's probably never going to happen. Why even bother? Because the last 2 cards they gave me, you ready? They gave me the Queen of Fire with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I'm just going to relay the message, and what you do with it is up to you. Once again, the Queen of Fire is using our charisma, and we all have it. We all have that. You know, when you walk into a room and there's that one person who's just smiles and not over showboaty, but just attracts everything its way because of its energy. Source is telling me when you start realizing that there's a part of you that needs to come out of a shell, stop being so consumed with what's going on around you, but wherever you go, make sure you shine and watch how something will align at the perfect timing. But maybe we need to stop holding on too tightly to something that may never come to pass. How about if we're open to something and realize that there's a new you that's here to shine? Something beautiful is going to come together in the Tree of Love and Life. It looks like a big King of Waters headed your way. You're about to receive. And it's with the Queen of Love, a match made in heaven. Ah, love. Yes, you're going to find somebody, but I just want to say, stop. You know, like sometimes when we go to a party or we go out to dinner with friends that other people we don't know, and we get there and we're just kind of like, you know, what if we turn ourselves into this? This is the beauty, you guys, male or female. This is just, you know, just somebody who smiles and, you know, laughs at everybody's stories and just, it just shines. And this is when we attract things our way. Yeah, that was the message, because Source is saying gateways are open for your own new beginnings, but we have to release ourselves from things that are burdening and weighing us down. Blessings to you. Let me know when you meet that person. I think it's right around April, or it's going to be soon. I think it's going to happen during some type of function you're going to, but I want you to remember when you walk in that door, wherever you're going, I want you just not to look, just be in your own glorious energy that you're awesome. And watch what you attract. All right, gosh, you guys, where am I at? Okay. Lessons with Alexis. I like that name, Alexis. Thank you. Thank you so much. Feel stuck. Know that feeling. Coming out of tower, finding myself tired, alone, can truly use advice. I would be more than happy to, because I've been there more times than I care to mention. It was one of my hardest journeys, especially after my mom died, because, you know, I don't know, a lot of you probably don't know, but my mom was my teacher. She was a master metaphysical teacher. And so my whole upbringing was just very unusual. You know, it gave me the guidance I needed, and I had all these gifts and I didn't know how to use them, and she guided me in the right way. So not only did I lose my best friend that year, but 6 months later, I lost my mother. And I mean, talk about a time of being lost, you know? And so this is what I'm going to say to you. And this is what Source wants to say to you today. Okay. Alexis, thank you. What do you want to say to Alexis? What messages do you have for Alexis today, please? Thank you. Strongest messages for Alexis about his situation. Thank you. Anything else? Tower. You know what the Tower is? The Tower is actually a good card because people think it's a bad card. But the Tower is a part of our life that is altering and changing. And it's almost like we feel like we're completely out of sorts with ourselves because this is putting you at a place of what next? Where am I going? I feel sources telling me right now, Alexis, you need to choose logic over your own emotion. I feel sources telling me you need to find a place of some meditation, some downtime. You need to be in an energy of looking at things in your life that have served you to become a bigger and better person and be open to going and being, attracting new beginnings. You know what judgment is, you guys? It's not a judgment call. It's not like calling judgment. It's about our judgment on us. It's about you need to look at something in your life about you. What is it that you want that's going to fulfill you with your heart? Six of Wands, Three of Cups, Eight of Cups, Page of Pentacles. You need to leave old situations and energies behind in order to achieve anything that you truly want. Maybe you're holding on to something that isn't serving you anymore. Maybe it's a behavior, maybe it's an attitude. Because I have two pages here, and pages are new energy. So the Page of Pentacles and Page of Wands is saying you need to start to find a new way about yourself for going after what you want, a new sense of adventure, a new sense of structure with yourself. The Sun. How about if we look at everything with more optimism? You know, it's so easy to just stay in this shadowy energy of nothing's ever going to work out. Do you know every day when you plant a seed with your own optimism of what you want to attract in life, it starts to attract it? Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and one card left is the Five of Cups is in reverse. And this is what I want to say to you, Alexis. As long as we keep feeding self-fulfilling prophecies, nothing will ever work out. But if we start to look at ourselves and realize that if we keep putting work into bad energy, all we get back is bad energy. And I feel sources saying, why not be open to something new instead of dwelling on how things didn't work out? Because source is saying there's a part of you right now, Alexis, that you're rebuilding. So when we get into this energy, it's actually focusing on what you want to rebuild for your new tower, meaning your new life. But you see this energy, you see how it's very focused. Source is saying right now, the best thing for you to do is find one thing in your life that you enjoy doing and putting the energy into that, and it'll start to get your focus on something new. I feel your whole reading is telling me that you're too focused on the other things in life that didn't work out or disappointed. You need to switch your energy every day. I don't care what you do, put a puzzle together, find a hobby that you like, go to whatever makes you happy. Put your energy every day into that. And these other energies of self-doubt and disappointment and figuring out what's going on will start to dissipate. Okay. So, where am I? Mimi. Thank you so much, Mimi. That was very kind of you. Thank you. Kiki. I'm Virgo. I love my Virgos. Separation from Pisces. Ah, you Virgos and Pisces, seriously. Can you tell me what you feel about our connection? You know, I don't know if you guys should tune into Stars and Cards Lounge. You know, Eric is a Virgo and he's married to a Pisces and they have the most beautiful union. But Eric is a very evolved soul. He's an astrologer of a higher vibration, a higher light. You know, and Virgos and Pisces always seem to find each other for whatever reason because they have valuable lessons to learn off of each other. What do I feel about this connection with Kiki? You're separated from your Pisces right now. Tell me, please, for Kiki. What do you want to tell my beautiful Virgo? About the Pisces, what would you like to say to Kiki? Thank you. Anything else? The Lovers, Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and Pisces, the Hanging Man, with Pisces energy, the Moon. Can I just say what I'm feeling without even looking at the cards? I feel sources saying, why not put your energy into what you want and the Pisces will figure it out? Because Pisces have a tendency, and I love Pisces, don't get me wrong, I have two very close friends, two besties. One of them I've known for 40 years, the other one I've known for over 20. I love them dearly, but they put themselves in a hanging man position because they always look at everything at a bad angle. The Magician, the Wounded Warrior, Two of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Ten of Wands. I feel sources telling me that your Pisces will find their way out of whatever they're into. Will the relationship get resolved when the Pisces can finally realize that they have the power to take charge of certain situations about themselves to pull themselves out of their own gutter? I'm just calling it like I said. I just feel sources telling me that, your Pisces right now is in a place of limbo because of a lot of fears that they're facing. And, this is what Pisces do because they're really connected in the 4D. They are just so psychic and so intuitive, but they're also connected to 3D. So they get in this energy of almost a fogginess a lot. And you're Earth. You're a Virgo ruled by Mercury. So your mind is working OT all the time. I feel sources telling me, why not put your energy right now into you? Let the Pisces figure it out. Pisces will come around in due time, but you have to realize that we all have to find our own way. And I feel sources tell me something beautiful will work out here in divine timing, but you need to really be into your own energy of what you want. And I feel sources telling me patience, 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 and look at something with a new way. Start to be more inquisitive about something. The page air, you guys, is new way of we're viewing something, a bigger outlook. It's like, because pages are always new, but the page air is very inquisitive. And then please don't lose hope and faith. But this is also your own inner healing. And I just feel sources tell me, as long as you hold on to your hope and faith, it'll be the end of difficult situations. But stop taking charge of this person's energy and how they're going to handle it. Stop being so consumed with what they're going to do and put more work into yourself. Put work into what you want. Stop carrying around all these weights you're carrying around and know that whoever you're dealing with will find their own way. But this is about taking charge of situations and your ambitious plans. I feel your Pisces is utterly confused and still living in a place of confusion because there's something about this person that they don't have a lot of ambition with or drive. I feel this person is still holding on to wounded energy from the past, but there's something between the two of you that is a karmic connection. Now, the Lovers is actually free will, destiny, and choices, and this is what we all have. But as long as your Pisces makes the right choice with their heart, and they will, but you got to give them space and time because right now they're very confused about something. That's one of our biggest problems is we just always want to control everything because we want it now. We feel it now. But stop overthinking it, Virgo. Stop overthinking it. Let it go. Let it go. They'll find their way back. When will I marry? What can I do to find right person? Is that Naina? Thank you so much, Naina. When will I marry? You know what? Can't tell you how many readings I've done in the past. I only have very few clients now. You guys, my readings really drain me. So I actually did readings for people and told them when they were going to get married and what sign they were going to meet, and they didn't believe me. And then I get an email like a year later, I just got married. Let's see what the cards for have Naina. I hope I'm saying your name right. Nina. Very sweetie, thank you. Let's see. Let's us see. Okay. What would you like to say, Nina, about love? Please show me. Thank you. Will she ever marry? Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? No, but I have a flipper, and I love flippers because flippers are a big message from source. Oh, I love this card. Okay. Once again, you guys, this is a card that's saying put the focus into what you want to rebuild for yourself. And, Nina, I just feel like source is saying Something beautiful is in the works, but you have to really take your energy and focus on what you want to create. And I'm not talking about a marriage or love relationship. Okay. I feel sources saying that as long as you stay in an energy of knowing it's out there, as long as you stay in an energy of knowing the one thing that you truly want for your own happiness, anything's possible. You know, the star is telling me that when we get into an energy of our own hope and faith and realize that okay, this is what I want to say to you just as a tarot reader. I would say that as long as you believe in what you truly want in your life with all of your heart and not let anything overtake your mind, you will meet somebody, I would say probably you'll be married within 3 years. You're like, 3 years? Listen, you got to get to know somebody. You can't just meet somebody and get married a month later. That's a mistake. In 3 years, you will be married. But here's a but. Don't let anybody take away your dreams. Just keep knowing that that person's going to find you. Just keep knowing that someone's coming your way. Maybe the person that you're going to meet is rebuilding their life right now. So when you do meet them, you know, you can move into that mansion and he'll buy you a new Maserati or she, whoever. No, something is coming your way in the next 3 years. But you could meet them next year. You can meet them next month, but it'll take time to develop this relationship. You will be married. You can write that in your journal that Searchlight said that today and what time? In 3 years. And you're going to have 13 children. Just kidding. Okay, I'm sorry. Where am I? Lady Faithful. Anything for me in love specifically? Well, let's take a look-see. I'm going to change decks, though. I like to switch decks up because new energy. Love for Lady Faithful. I say Lady Faithful needs to meet a Taurus, an evolved Taurus. What would you like to say to Lady Faithful? In love. Messages for Lady. What would you like to say to Lady Faithful for love? Strongest messages. Flipper. Incoming. 8 of Wands. Blessings in disguise. It's going to be somebody you've known for a long time. It's going to be somebody who's going to feel like the shoe that fits. The Magician and the 6 of Cups is telling me that there's somebody coming your way because the 8 of Wands is incoming, girl. I'm telling you right now, it's incoming. Whoever you are, girl or boy, doesn't matter to me. To me, the soul has no sex. It's just pure love and light. But whoever's coming your way, it's somebody that is going to feel like it's the shoe that fits. I do have the Knight of Earth. I have Aries energy. Something's getting ready to move itself forward, and it's going to make you feel whole. This person that you're meeting has money. I would say that you got 3 kings coming in. No, you got 2 kings and an emperor. Wow, what's going on here? Wait a minute, I got some cards. 10 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and an Ace of Swords. Triumph and success. I don't know what you do for a living, but this is a lot of power, whoever is coming your way. And this person can have their own business. Maybe it's a place that you frequent in a restaurant or a pub, but there's somebody that you're going to meet very soon. It's probably going to be an earth sign, so don't freak out if they move a little slow. But I will say that something is coming your way. I just feel it. You guys, I feel it like right here. I just feel this person's coming your way, I think by February, if not sooner. A very powerful person. Somebody who's got their shit together. All right, where am I, girl? Margot. It's kind of like Virgo. Quando, but I like that song. I'll be 45. 45. Fabulous. Is marriage in near future or at all? Come on. All right, Margot, I'm going to have a little chat with you, okay? I don't believe there's an age gap on marriage. Okay, I just don't. I mean, I've been married, I got a divorce, and I got remarried at the age of, what was I? 61, 61. Mhm. So there is no age gap when you're going to meet somebody. But let's go ahead and ask, right? You're like, well, I still want to know. Tell me about Margot. She's a young 45. 45, that's a great age. Will she ever get married? Do you want to be married? As long as they're not a freeloader, right? Yes. Let me see. What do you want to say to Margot? Will she ever be married? Tell me the truth. We want the truth. Will she ever be married? What do you want to say to Margot? Thank you. Any other cards? Messages from Margot, please, about love and marriage. Thank you. Queen of Swords. Ooh, beautiful queen. Five of Swords, Two of Wands, Transformation, and the High Priestess. Let me see if I see any love cards. Hold on. That's the Ace of a relationship. You guys, it's like the same message sources tell me to give you all today, and then I have the Hanging Man. This is what I feel the message is. Source is saying, if you really, really, really want something in your life that is going to fulfill you, if you really want to, do you know, I'm going to take my glasses off and talk to all of you for just 1 second. And Margot, I will get to your question. How badly do all of you really want something? How badly do you believe in your own dreams? Is there any self-doubt in your dreams? Are you very focused on putting the work into your dreams? Are you very focused on your belief system of love? Because if you do believe it and you don't allow anyone to take over that part of you, then you will have everything you want. This is the relationship ace, and this is what Source wants to say to you. But, yeah, there's a but. I have the Queen of Fire, and then I have the Hanging Man sideways, and this is our message. How long we choose to keep ourselves in limbo is up to us. And Source is saying, well, if you go after something that you truly want and use your own wily charisma and charming ways, there's something beautiful waiting for you. This way. You guys, the Ace of Pentacles is a relationship ace. And Source is saying that you have another queen, a very intuitive, beautiful. I feel Source is saying, stay in your own beautiful essence of the queen energy, whether you're male or female, that's very intuitive, knowledgeable, higher vibration, and something beautiful will come your way. I feel sources tell me to tell you, trust your own intuition and love will find you. It's big love. You guys, now when I see the King of Love, and then I have the Chariot, this could be a Cancerian or a Scorpio. I do feel that someone is coming your way, but first there's a part of you that maybe you need to honor a little bit more, and it's about what you feel you deserve and what you want. And once again, I want all of you, when you go out, whether it's just to the grocery store, to the bookstore, wherever, I want you to walk in any room. Don't look around. Walk in like you are the Queen of Sheba and you have a smile on your face and you have this glowing energy. I want all of you to do that for 3 months and tell me if you don't start to attract people your way out of the blue. You will meet somebody, but you have to start to watch your own energy and actions. But the Ace of Pentacles sideways is something is in the works, but maybe it's your own energy that we need to take notice of. Because the Knight of Love is a knight on a mission with its heart. And it looks like somebody's coming towards you. But I feel sources saying you will attract this when you use your own charisma and charm and know what you feel you deserve. That's the King of Commitment right there. That's a big king. Oof, that's love, love, love. You'll find it. I bet you by June. Write it on your calendar. Searchlight says by June, I'll meet somebody if I control my own energy of knowing that I can have it and I will attract it and smile and just be charming. Okay, you guys go out and you're sitting there and you're with your friends and you're just sitting there like this and you're having lunch and you're busy. What if you were sitting there just and somebody notices you from afar? They're going to notice the person who's smiling and in this beautiful energy. You will shine. I want to buy that person's lunch. All right, where am I at? Lay 619, can you give me mini love crossing? Virgo rising, Stella moon, dealing with a Virgo sun. Okay, I'll do that one next. Who is this? How do I say this? T Provise 89. I will do that right next. Okay, but first I want to take care of Lay 619. Can you give me mini love crossing? You're a Virgo rise. So you're dealing with a Virgo sun. Okay, I'll give you a mini love reading. Who do I want to use? I'm going to use some oracles. Go within. No, I'm going to find out. I'm just going to go by how I feel, and it's what I do. You're dealing with a Virgo. Virgos are weird creatures. I love them to pieces, but they are weird. You know, when they start to feel something, because they are the single sign of the zodiac, them and Sagittarius. And even though, like Biggie Astrology that I have my other channel with, he is a Virgo and he's married to a beautiful Pisces. So, you know, but he even talks about how he had to come into his own growth and realize that, hey, maybe I need to change my actions, you know, and he got married. They've been married for 20 something years, three boys. Tell me about the Virgo sun that he's dealing with. What do you want to tell me, please? Thank you. Thank you. Well, you're on the right path. Confusion, is that what they're creating? And boundaries, that's what they're going through right now. They're confused and they're setting boundaries. That's why you feel like, what the frick's going on? I feel sources tell me to tell you, trust your own intuition. Give them all the freedom they want. They will find their answers. They will have the courage to come forth. I feel whoever you're dealing with right now is afraid of something here, and it's boundaries, meaning they don't want to give away a part of their own freedom. They don't want to commit to something where that's going to take them out of their own place of isolation. I would say sources telling me, just be who you are, go within, give them all the, you know what, there's an old saying that I was preached upon when I was young dating. And she used to preach it to me every day. And she would say, give them all the rope they want. Just keep throwing that line out there. They want freedom. There you go. Go take it. Back off and just keep giving them all the rope and watch how quickly they turn around and come running back. She was right on the money. Give the Virgo space. They need lots of space. Let them go within. Right now, they're holding themselves back with boundaries. Okay. Who's next here? Right here. So I have T Provise 89. Would love personal reading from you. I have been long time viewer. Oh. You want a real personal reading? I'll tell you what, this is what I'm going to do. Because I was going to do this for Christmas anyway, you guys. I was going to give out some free readings. And my readings are all on Zoom. So you get me face to face. I'm going to give you a free 30-minute reading. Okay. So I want you to email me at searchlighttarot@gmail.com. Give me your name, and I will book a free 30-minute Zoom session with you. All right. And what comes out and what we talk about is between you and I, but you will get your reading. Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever your thing is. All right. Blessings to you. I'm told to do this. I shall do this. Okay. Yolanda Herrera, struggling to overcome heartbreak. Oh, God, that sucks. Need direction and hope for a new future. I'm a Sag. I'm tired. Oh, Saggies. You guys want to hear my biggest heartbreak? This will help you, Yolanda. Okay. I've been married 3 times. This is my 3rd marriage. So third times. I got married too young. And then my 2nd marriage, I was married for 13 years. And we just grew apart. It wasn't a bad marriage. It was actually a good marriage, but we just didn't go together anymore. And we just kind of knew the marriage was over. And then I was single for, 10 years. You know, I did a lot of work on myself, dated, you know. But the worst heartbreak I ever had was I was engaged to somebody and they pretty much left me at the altar. And that's after they came back because we broke up. So I know I for a year, every day I cried, but I overcame it. And I will survive. And that was my theme song. I will survive this. And as soon as I got myself better, as soon as I overcame the heartbreak, somebody new walked into my life. It was my second husband at the gym. I met him at the gym organically. And then the guy who broke my heart for the third time came back and said, I really made a big mistake. And you know what I did? Too bad. I moved on with my life, and I was very happy. Will you overcome it? You will overcome it, and then some. But how do you deal with it right now is you deal with the pain. But I want you to look at, because this is how I look at it, you guys. When somebody really hurts me, and I've been through so much in my life, when I can look at it further down the road, I look back at what happened to me, and I look at them now or years later, and I'm like, I'm glad that didn't work out. I got a funny feeling this one's a blessing in disguise because you got something better coming around. You know, if someone's going to break your heart. Now, there are some people who break up and get back together because time apart will bring them back together. But there's some people who realize that, you know what, wait a minute, you know, maybe I want more. But here I'm going to ask you, Yolanda, you know, you have to really ask yourself, I want you to get a piece of paper and I want you to write down the pros and the cons of the relationship. And I want you to really be honest with yourself. Okay. Was this person giving you what you needed emotionally, physically, whatever? But, you know, when we start to really write it down and look at it, we start to see, wait a minute, wait a second, maybe they did me a favor. And heartbreak is also part of our ego, because we can't believe somebody would leave us for somebody else, or we can't believe somebody would dump us for somebody else. So when you start to realize that your ego is hurt because we're made up of so much ego, you will start to see a bigger picture. And this is when you start to put work into yourself. This is when you start to nurture yourself. And if this person comes back, by then you're going to be 10 times stronger and you may not want them back. So I'm just going to say, there it is. There's the message. And Source wants to say this to you today. You know, you want to know how to overcome a heartbreak. And this is what Source wants to say to you. Just going to read the cards they give to me. You ready? The Knight of Earth is under the deck, and Source is saying, as long as you know what you truly want with structure, meaning, because Knights are brave, as long as you keep moving yourself forward one step at a time, very slow energy. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Love, and the Eight of Cups, all right? So the Eight of Cups are emotional things that have hurt us, emotional things that don't make us happy anymore. But this Queen knows what it deserves with its heart, but it's also open with its heart, meaning it doesn't hold on to resentment. It doesn't hold on to grudge. It's open to something new with its heart. I feel sources tell me now is a time for you to do some inner healing and cleansing with your heart. And the last card they gave me is the King of Pentacles, telling me that there's something in your future that's coming your way, that's going to create more abundance in your life, a very structured energy of someone who wants to put work into something, but it's not quite here yet because you have to do some inner work. You have to do some inner healing, whether it takes, some people can heal in a week, some people can heal in 3 months, some people it takes 6 months. It took me a year. You know, and this is a time right now to really put all your energy into you. And I would really like you to jot down your cons and your pros of the relationship. I highly suggest you get rid of all the pictures on your phone, whether you store them on something else, anything that reminds you of this person, get rid of it, get that energy out of your field, your force field. Deal with the pain, but know you deserve something better. And I feel sources tell me love is on the way, but right now we need to clean your heart and be open to something with your heart. Okay. I know how hard it is, but believe me, I'm telling you right now, by me moving forward, I attracted so many beautiful things in my life, no matter what heartbreak I went through. I'm being very transparent with everyone today about my life. Where am I going next? Jason, thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate your kindness and generosity. You guys are so sweet. Jason, I'm a Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Look to see my long distance relationship with Sag will look like. Oh, Taurus says, you know what? Because I will tell you, you know, I'm married to one, and you know what? We had a long distance relationship, and I have a Sag rising. You know how they won me over? They just never gave up. They would send me gifts. Not that would doing it, but I don't know. They're always coming to see me every 3 weeks, and you know, always every day I would hear from them, and they won me over because I didn't want another relationship. I was good. I never thought I would even get married. Taurus. Tell me about Sag and Taurus. Tell me about this long distance relationship, please. Thank you. Oh, a lot of happy. The Magician. 10 of Wands. Travel. Queen of Love. 10 of Pentacles. But here we go. You're overthinking it too much. Stop thinking the worst. Start thinking the best. There you are, Taurus. Your ultimate happiness. I have the card of marriage, Taurus, you. And then Judgment, telling me that there's something going on between you and this other person right now that is getting ready to be birthed. I feel whoever you're dealing with right now, maybe in their life, they're releasing a lot of burdens in their own situation. But I feel whoever you're dealing with, something beautiful is in the works here with the Magician. I feel, Taurus, you know how to pursue. You don't come on too strong, but yet you know how to win somebody over. And I feel you already won this person over, but they're scared of commitment a little bit. Sagittarians don't like to be boxed in. They like a lot of freedom. And I feel Source is saying, if you really want to make something here work, Taurus, then you know what to do. You know what to do. I don't need to explain it to a Taurus. Where's my spouse? Let me call them over here. All right, who do we have next? Gina Mara. Should I keep investing in a brick and mortar shop or move online? Brick and mortar shop. Brick and mortar shop, or should you move online? You mean, why can't you do both? Why can't, I did both. I worked for corporate and I opened up my YouTube channel 5 years ago. I did both. I worked mornings and I worked nights. And then when one started taking off and it was one thing that I truly loved and wanted, my decision was already there. Well, I'll see what Source wants to say to you today. Gina, should I keep investing in a brick and mortar shop or should I move online? Patience, Gina, patience. But also Temperance is about blending the two to make it work. What do you want to say to Gina, please? Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Anything else? Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands. Hold on, let me just get the cards. Six of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Knight of Love, King of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Four of Swords. I feel Source is saying that before you make a big decision on something, is this something that is making you happy? Is this something that you feel is part of your own path with the brick and mortar? Or do you feel, because I'm going to ask you honestly, do you feel there's something more that's there for you? Because when we start to feel like there's something more there for us with our heart, we start to honor it a little bit more and things start to flow us in a new direction. And once again, I'm going to say this to you, maybe you should invest a little bit in both. And then I feel in a few months, 2 to 3 months, you'll have your direction. Case closed. Are you working in the brick and mortar because you're invested with somebody else in it? Anyway. Okay. I'm sorry. Tarot time with Tina, $10. What do cards have to say for me today? The vibe. I'll be more than happy to do that for you, Tina. All right. Let's do, should I do oracles or cards? I'm going to do psychic tarot cards for you. Tarot time with Tina. What do cards have to say for me today in the vibe? Let's see how accurate I am. What do you want to say to tarot time with Tina? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, thank you. Tell me about Tina, please. Thank you. Anything else? New beginnings, flew to my right. A lot of disruptions going on around you. Patience, Tina. I feel that sources tell me that right now you need to find a regrounding space and get into your heart space. You know what your heart space is? It's an energy of knowing that everything around us has to be with pure energy of intent with love. There's something going on around you right now that maybe you feel like it's a backward emotional vicious cycle. Like maybe you're replaying a lot of the past, or maybe you're in an energy of like, you know how things come back to us out of nowhere and we start to feel like an emotional pull? I have a card that flew. Oh, I have two. Pardon me. Okay. I have recognition and reward and financial and material changes. If I was just going to go by the cards, I would say that right now you're waiting for something to move you forward. I would say that right now you need to find an energy of realizing that everything that you truly want is in your own energy of making it happen with yourself, meaning your commitment and what you want to change in your life. And if you're going through something in your life that feels like it's emotionally pulling you backwards, I feel sources telling me for you to get yourself regrounded. Maybe you need more downtime. Maybe you need more meditation. Maybe you need a place of cleansing your own energy. And I feel sources telling me that changes all around you for sorry, my speech, for recognition and reward. But until we realize that there's a part of ourselves that we have to commit to for change, how can this new beginning start? Because I feel right now, whatever you're going through, Tina, is you're kind of like replaying or emotionally feeling something from the past. But I feel sources telling me that there's all new beginnings around you to be had, but you need to commit yourself to something you want for change. Blessings. And do it with a pure heart. Set your intentions every day with a pure heart. You guys, when I talk about a pure heart, I talk about no blockages, no resentment, no remorse, no regret, no replaying the past. We always have disruptions in our life to teach us something about us. Who's next? Claudia. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. I appreciate your generosity. That's a pretty name, Tina. Claudia, will Billy and I reconcile? Are we meant to be together? I'm a Virgo, he's a Leo. Ooh, a tough combination, but anything can happen. Okay, will Billy and I reconcile? Are we meant to be together? I'm going to use a different deck. So I'm going to keep moving forward. Okay, so you want to know about Billy, and Billy is a Leo, and you're a Virgo. Tell me about Claudia and Billy, please. What do I need? There's hope. What do I need to see, please? Thank you. Tell me about Claudia and Billy. Anything else? What else do I need to see for Claudia and Billy? He's being stubborn right now about something. You guys will put more work into something here together, and sources telling me the Hierophant is here with an Ace of Cups, and I just feel that something has to be, this is what I'm going to say by the cards, because then I have the Three of Pentacles. That is a card of marriage as well. I feel sources saying that whoever you're dealing with right now is being stubborn about something, and the only reason they're being stubborn is maybe they're not getting something they want with the heart. Sources saying hold out for what you feel you deserve. Everything will be all right. The stars here telling me that something is going to heal itself in due time. And I just feel whoever you're dealing with right now is holding out as stubbornness, meaning that maybe you didn't give them the attention they so required, because Leos need a lot of attention. And I feel sources telling me reconciliation is in the works, but make sure whenever you two work on together in the future, it's equal give and take, and you're both working on it in the same energy. Meaning don't give more than what you're getting back in return. And it has to be equal give and take. But this is the card of marriage and unions. And then I have the card of commitment and loyalty in marriage. And sources tell me that a new beginning shall be had. Just hold on to your hope and faith and look at your own healing journey right now. But something will be in the works in the near future. So I'd say, yes, you're going to reconcile. Don't push it, though. Sources saying hold out for what you feel you deserve. Stay grounded and nurturing. Let it come to you. Yes, dear. Okay, I have chronic fish. What do you see for my career, love life? Double whammy, huh? Career and love life. All right, I think I better go to a new deck. You guys like, how many decks does she have? A lot. On my desk, I have 25 decks on my, I'll use this deck over here. I have 25 decks on my desk. And then I have another 20 in the background that I'm going to give away. I'm going to start giving away on my channel because I don't use them. So what do you see for my career and my love life? Chronic fish. Chronic fish. Are you a Pisces? All right. Career and love life for chronic fish. What do I need to see? Thank you. What message you have to say, please? Thank you. Anything? Career and love life? Thank you. Thank you. Seven of Swords. Heart of escapism. Seven of Cups. All right. Just going to say what I feel here. This is what I want to say to you, chronic fish. Everything will come together. But first, are you ready? I feel sources telling me that if you want something bigger in your life, why not go after it? I mean, this is what I feel because you have the King of Pentacles, and then you have a love connection. You have strength and courage, and then you have your wish fulfillment. But the cards before that with 2 sevens was the Sun and Justice. And I feel sources telling me that maybe we need to start looking at things in our life that feel out of whack with us. You see, everything starts with us. You know, justice is about making sure there's something about us that is right, fighting for what we want that is right. If there's something about your life or something that you want in your life, but it feels out of balance, have optimism and make it right. Fight for what you want. Stop looking at everything like, because this is what I tell you, if you're not happy at where you're at, we need to find our own happiness at where we're going to be, because nothing can come into fruition until we get there. But 2 sevens with the card of victory is telling me that we can either choose to run from a situation, escapism, meaning like sometimes we have to use our own little strategy and make sure that the choices that you make are the one that's going to mean the most to you. Like if you really want more in your life, maybe there's something in your life that you're not really being truthful with about your own happiness. Because you know what? When you're happy in your job and your friends and where you live, do you know everything else follows? Because I feel sources tell me there's something coming your way that's going to create much success and love at the same time. But I feel my message here, and I'm just going to say what I feel, is that maybe there's a part of your life that has been beckoning for change. Maybe you're not 100% happy at the position that you're in at your job, or maybe you've been thinking about switching to a different place, because there's a part of yourself right now, I feel sources saying that you need to honor, and something is waiting there for you. Don't jump ship until you have something landed, but there's love, more money, success, and something that's going to create a lot of happiness for you. And it could be a Leo, but whatever's coming your way, it's first you have to find balance with something in your life that will give you a sense of optimism and some type of place of achievement. And when you get in that energy, this is when you shall start attracting what you truly want in your life. Who's next? Okay, we got to slow this down because I'm getting... Thank you, Bridget. Thank you so much. Just because. That's so sweet. You know, when I go out to lunch or dinner, and I always really take care of our food server, and I give them a huge tip. I always write on the thing, just because, you are wonderful. And that's just so sweet. I just think we should all do that more often. Great generosity, gratitude, just because. I love that. Okay. Princess Noob 82, Pisces woman on cusp Aquarius. 3 years into relationship with Aquaman. Any messages for me and him? Well, you know what? Aquarians are great matches. They're best friends and lovers. And you got that Pisces thing too. So you already have that intuitive, that nurturing, that, you have that beautiful side to you. And I just feel this is what I want to say to you, that, if there's something between you and this Aquaman that feels right, just give the Aqua all the space that the Aqua needs, and the Aqua will always be faithful to you. And Pisces, you know how to nurture things in the right way. Use a different deck. You just want to know about the relationship, and is it going to go anywhere? I'll get you. Okay, Patience is the card under the deck, which we love. This is for Margot. No, who's this one for? I have so many questions here. Let's see, the Aqua and Pisces. Thank you. Yeah, I need that. Here we are. King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and then I have the King of Pentacles. So I have two kings here with the Four of Pentacles. This is what I want to say to you, that this relationship is actually a good union. It looks like one of you is very accomplished and plans for your future and uses its resources wisely, and the other is a truth seeker. But the Four of Pentacles is rigid energy, and I feel sources telling me this union can work beautifully, but you both need to learn to bend a little bit. Meaning the Aquarius is fixed and you are on the cusp, so it's fixed. And I feel with you having the Pisces cusp in your energy, maybe you need to work with this with more of a love energy and patience, and something here beautifully can be worked out. Looks like a good match to me. Okay, where am I going now? I think you and the Aquarius are going to get married, if you want my opinion, down the road. Sorry, guys. I'm it's like, what is she doing? Discalia. Will he ever reach out again? See, you guys, I need it's so, I want to answer this, but I don't know what happened, I'm just going to just let the cards fly out. And, if we're in tune with each other, Source will just let them fly out and talk to you. Was it a love relationship? Was it an affair? Was there a big fight? But let's see. I'll just see what they want to say to you. Scalia. I don't know how to say your name. What do you want to say? Okay. This person's very afraid of commitment. I feel this person, they're resisting change. They're trying to avoid something with you right now. They have very unconventional ways about them. And I feel this person is trying to move forward and move on, but at the same time, they're in an energy right now of trying to heal and a place of forgiveness. And I just feel like there's a part of themselves that's trying to connect again with themselves, like they're disconnected with themselves. When this person finds their way, and if they do evolve in a higher light, they will reach out again. I can't tell you when, because it's really up to them and how much growing they want to do. Okay. Listen, give it time. When they find their way, they'll reach out. You want to know what? You guys want to know a secret? I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Are you ready? You're like, yeah. The best way to make somebody reach out to you that you haven't heard from or that you've been wanting to hear from. Now, I want you to sit in your energy, and I want you to surround yourself with love. I mean, it's love, 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 without thinking of the person. Just pure love, like you feel love, you're full of love. And I want you to send the person that you're agonizing over love with nothing attached to it. Nothing. No, will you reach out to me? Will you call me? I miss you. Just send them that good energy and then stop. And keep doing that in little spurts, and you will hear from that person. How it goes from there, I can't tell you that. We're all connected with energy, you guys, but it's how that person's receiving that energy that makes people reach out. Mary Jones, I'm senior tortilla. Well, what is a senior? Because I'm a senior too. Do you see love interest for me? Of course I do. Taurus, come on now. My best friend's mom was 74. Well, she's still alive. But she met somebody at the YMCA. They've been together now for, I think, 4 or 5 years. Yeah. And I think she's, 79 now or 70. Yeah, they're like totally in love with each other. No age gap on love. You just got to be in your own energy of happiness, and love finds you guys. Of course, you're going to meet somebody. For my Taurus. Who was that? Okay. 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and Ace of Wands. Well, I was just saying that 8 of Cups is like, well, maybe you need to leave a part of yourself of feeling like nothing could ever happen and start to take your energy where you want it to go, meaning your friggin' happiness. You know what? Like, why don't you start to look on, because this is a card of marriage. But the Eight of Cups is saying, move on and go towards things in your life that make you happy, and something beautiful will follow. And something new will be inspired and kicked off with some passion. But you know what? Go towards things, and this is what I feel Source is saying to you, that go towards things in your life that make you happy. You know, whether you join a book club or whether you go play Yahtzee with a gang or whether you go to the gym, I don't know. But whatever you do in life, whatever makes you happy, keep going towards it. There's something waiting there for you. Something will get, you know, like that minute you meet somebody and somebody says, oh, excuse me, or they run into you, and then you're like, oh, no problem. Something will spark. Case closed. CMO236, older Taurian graduate student in May, knew any about my income source. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. You know what Taurus says? You guys are so great about attracting everything. For God's sake, you're ruled by Venus. But you know what? It's really about how you're nurturing certain things. And what I want to say to you is, if you want more, keep putting the work into what you want and you will attract more. You will have your income. You will have your success. But let's go ahead. Wait a minute. I'm missing a few cards. I'm just going to see what Source wants to say to my graduate Taurus here. Soon to be graduate. Congratulations. That's an accomplishment in itself. There you are. What do you want to say? Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Any advice? Thank you. Anything else? Any advice? Perfect. I have a flipper though. Who's the flipper? Oh, the devil. And the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Wands. And you. The King of Love. The King of Wands. The Queen of Swords. I'll read it all. A lot of happiness. And a new chapter shall begin. And what the message is? Stop feeding self-doubt. Stop hanging around toxic people that bring your vibration down. Watch your actions every day. Know that if you want more, you have the determination and courage to attract more. Oh my God. King of Pentacles, you. And be open to everything with your heart. You guys, I know you're like, there she goes again, but I can't express enough that when we're open with nothing blocking our heart, no insecurities, no what if, just knowing that something beautiful's in the works, something lines up at the right time. You got all these kings, and I just want to say to you, you're in control of your future. This is the king of courage that keeps its eye on the prize. This is the king that balances its heart and its mind and commits to what it wants with its heart. The Queen of Swords, intuitive energy of just wisdom and knowledge. The Queen of Fire, charisma, charm. The Queen of Love, being open to everything with your heart. And then I have you, the king that uses its resources wisely. Source is saying you have so much power around you, but do not get consumed with things that keeps luring you in the wrong direction out of greed, money, or addictions. And it looks like you will be on the right track to start a new chapter in your life. Okay. You know, you Tauruses are really amazing when you set your mind to something. Not only was my ex, you guys, I can tell you a huge story, but I'm just going to short round it. They had a career when they were younger because whatever, it doesn't matter. And then they decided they wanted to master golf. And guess what? They became a pro for 13 years. Then after that, they decided after their tour was over, because they were getting older, they decided they wanted to be a lawyer. They went to law school. There's nothing that a Taurus can't do when they set their mind to it. Now, where are we at? Okay, we're going to be closing this down soon, right? How long have I been on for? Do you know? What abundance is waiting for me next year? I love that. And I can't wait to do the 2026 readings because it's going to be interesting. All right. What abundance? Vanessa, Vanessa, Vanessa. All right. Let me just find a deck. I'm going to use this deck right here. What abundance does Vanessa have waiting for her next year? Cap Sun. Come on, Vanessa. You're a Capricorn. You're the climber. Virgo. And Gemini creativity moon. Wow, that's a beautiful combination. What do we have for Vanessa? What abundance is waiting for you next year? And I love how you worded that. That's how everybody needs to word things. What abundance is waiting for me next year? Instead of how bad is next year going to be for me? That's beautiful. Bravo. A plus. What do we have for Vanessa next year? What abundance waits for Vanessa next year, please? Thank you. What would you like to show me for Vanessa, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? No. That's victory and success, girl. And you got it with the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, here's the message. Now, the Ace of Swords is a wonderful new idea, but it's also about a new vision, a new clarity on something. The Wheel of Fortune is something is aligning for you to play out in your favor. Source wants to say, make sure whatever you do next year, you only go after it if you feel it with your heart. There's a new lease of love on life waiting for you in 2026. And watch the abundant rewards you reap. Oh boy. And stop overthinking it. Don't do this. And this is what we do. I'm giving you all this good info, and then you're going to start to think, how's this going to happen? What's going to happen? Do not do that. Ace of Wands and King of Love. Source is telling me, as long as you follow your own inspiration and keep your energy, there we go, in a beautiful place of knowing it's going to happen and creation and believing in what you feel, something beautiful is about to get ignited in your life. It's at a distance, but it's coming towards you. And it's something new with stability. I feel Source is saying whatever you truly want and you envision at a distance is what you will attract. But don't hold on to something in your life that, okay, you see this energy right here. This is just a message, but Source is saying that sometimes we block our own energy so much because we feel like, well, I want it so bad. I can feel it coming. Source is telling me, don't get in an energy of holding on too tightly to anything. Learn to go with the flow of events and watch how things start to align and come your way. I feel that in the next year, in 2026, you're going to start to think of something with a new way. You got an Ace of Wands, you got an Ace of Cups, you got an Ace of Swords, and most importantly, my beautiful, you got the Wheel of Fortune. Telling me as long as you're open to everything with a new way of looking at something, a sense of freedom with your mind, as long as you look at everything as a new lease of love on life, something new is coming your way. And there's something also coming your way that's going to ignite a lot of new, like just sparks, like boom, boom, boom. And Source is saying, follow that and keep believing in it and watch what you pull in. Looks like it's going to be a hell of a year for you next year. But if you hold on too tightly to something, and like, let's say you want something so bad that you're holding on too tightly to it, Source is saying it will block it from coming towards you. And the Magician is saying, believe in your own energy and believe your own creation. Okay. Pull one card for what I'm supposed to learn with my dysfunctional marriage. Oh, that's easy. Okay, Tina. Pull one card for what I was supposed to learn with my dysfunctional marriage. That's a really deep question. Do you want to know? I'm going to be very transparent, and I'll tell you what I learned from my second marriage because it turned dysfunctional when we grew apart. I learned that I should never tolerate less than what I feel I deserve. I should never allow anybody to make me belittle me in any way. I should never allow anyone to treat me that I'm not worthy or feel like I'm not as important as I was in the beginning of a relationship. I learned a lot of valuable lessons about me, and I walked out of the marriage. So you want to know what was the one lesson? Maybe I should do oracles for this. The moon. Yeah, I'm going to do oracles because I think that's really an important question, and I'm going to use this beautiful deck. I know. What should I? Okay, I'm going to use this deck. You guys, I just have to go by how I feel. I'm sorry, but we're going to be closing this down soon, and I will go live. I'm trying to try to go live every 3 weeks or so. What do you want to say to Vanessa, please, about the marriage? No, Tana. I'm sorry. Hold on. I get things in front of me. So, Tana, one card for what I was supposed to learn with my dysfunctional marriage. I actually love that question. And I bet you there's more than one card that will fly out. Anything else? What would you like to tell Tana about her lesson with her dysfunctional marriage? Yeah, 3 cards. Underneath the deck was your confidence, obedience, complicated, and strength. Well, that marriage taught you a lot about your own strength, of what you felt you wanted and what you deserved, about how far you could take yourself and how far you could overcome the obstacles. I feel that it was a valuable lesson of you overcoming things where you felt beaten down. Maybe it was verbally, but whatever it was, Source was telling me you had to learn something about your own strength and courage, and knowing that whatever you were in, you can get yourself out of. And that's one of our biggest lessons of life. Taught you a lot about you. It's beautiful. Sorry. All right, you guys, I guess I have to leave now. I've been on for 2 hours and I'm parched and I'm tired. And I just want to thank you all for joining me today. I know there was a lot of questions, and you guys, I will be coming live more often. I know I was on for a long time and I never went live unless I had somebody other show I went on. So I promise you I will be live again. I know I'm very spontaneous. I can't help it. I'm an Aquarius. I'm ruled by Uranus. And so I'm very spontaneous. So I will be coming live again. I thank you all for all your questions, your love, your support. I am truly grateful. I love you all. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sending you all many love and blessings. Surround yourself in white light. Feel my love. Feel the energy I'm sending all of you. And I'm very sincere about what I'm saying to you. I want you all to find your inner peace and know that everything will be okay. Blessings to all of you. And thank you for being with me today, you guys. All right. Have a blessed day. Have an amazing next few weeks. I'll see you at your general readings, and I'll see you live in about 3 weeks. Okay. Bye. I know. It's hard leaving too. I don't want to leave yet. Bye, you guys. Have a beautiful day.